when I play online, I'm like, I'm coming to eat their hearts.
Yeah.
It's literally what I'm thinking. When I play live, I'm like, hey guys.
But I'm live,
how's
I'm
it
like, I hope
going?
everyone likes me.
No, literally, I'm like, how can I make a joke out of everything?
It's the PokerNews Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 918 of the PokerNews Podcast. I am Chad Holloway at Level 9 Studio in Las Vegas, joined by Mike Holtz and Ben Ludlow. Ben, it's the first time we've done the show together in person.
It's good to see your face.
Yeah, instead of the TV screen behind me, you get to look me in the eyes.
I know. I've only been looking you in the eyes for like 20 years, but it's good to be close to you again, my friend.
We've got a good show. We're going to talk about, do poker cheats deserve a second chance? There's one online site that says they do. We're going to talk about Phil Ivey and other big storylines from the recent Triton Poker. We're going to talk about Monarch. There's been a big update since our last episode. Those big cash game pots. NAPT Gold Pass giveaway. We'll drop the next code word for that. And we'll remind you that it's your last chance to qualify for the World Tournament of Slots. Before we get into it all, I got to let you guys know, this is a special episode, 918. Mike, this marks 100 episodes of our new format, of the new PokerNews Podcast.
No way, really?
This is Mike's 100th episode?
No, it's
well,
not my
yeah, he
100th.
missed some because of the episode, but like
we'll round up.
Yeah.
of our new era, if you will, with the studio and doing the video. Yeah, 100 episodes.
Pretty sick. I probably should invoice you guys for the last 77, but
you might want to get on that.
I'll get to it at some point.
And it started with you, I, and Kina in this very room. Remember, we used to play PokerNews Plinko.
I do recall the few times that we did play that. Yeah, that was great. It was really great content. Everyone loved that.
And I still do a podcast with Kina. It's the MSPT podcast presented by PokerNews. The latest episode just dropped yesterday, and we talked about Kina. Did you see? She had $233,000 slot score.
Pretty crazy.
Oh, I heard about it. Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, congrats to her. You have to check out that episode. And also, there's a code word for the NAPT Gold Pass giveaway in that episode. So you have to follow along. You have to watch that one to see.
Where did she hit it again? Venetian?
No. That's where we filmed the episode too. We got to go into
the
studio.
Really?
Yeah,
perfect.
really cool.
That's sick.
Well, when you win $233,000, they open up that.
They open up the studio.
Yeah, bring those chips with you if you want the studio. No problem.
Yeah.
Oh
my
what, a
God,
blackjack table,
I
right?
was just about to say that. I was going to say, oh my God, who installed all the slots in here? It's crazy. Oh my God.
All right, let's talk about poker cheats and whether or not they deserve a second chance, because GGPoker just announced a olive branch initiative, which is basically giving players who have been banned an opportunity to appeal. They got to do it relatively soon, within the next week or so. I think October 1st, they can put in an application and appeal. Reinstatement is not guaranteed. It will be a case-by-case basis, but they said that this is the quote, the olive branch program reflects our belief that redemption is possible when genuine change occurs. We understand circumstances can be complex, and sometimes players deserve the opportunity to demonstrate their growth. Mike, I know this story published literally an hour before we were going to film this. You messaged like, this is something we should talk about. Yeah. Figured as an online guy, you might have some thoughts about this.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting, right? I mean, there's definitely potentials for bans that have happened in the past that might have been, 50-50, or like they might have not banned the guy, they ended up doing it. So I think it's a good initiative, as long as they don't allow people like Ali Msirovic anywhere near the games, right? So as long as it's like people like that not being allowed back in, but people who might have had fringe things, maybe they play on the same Wi-Fi as someone else who didn't even play in the tournament, or VPNing, exactly. Maybe it's smaller offenses like that. I think it's definitely I think it's something that the poker room should look at, and I think it's actually a really good policy by GG.
Yeah, I totally think so, and I think what's always been interesting to me with a lot of these cheating stories is how the players haven't really sought redemption, if that makes sense. Like the Ali Msirovic story, and I know this isn't exactly what we're talking about, but like the Ali Msirovic story was always crazy to me because, like, okay, he multi-accounted a lot online and like terrible, shouldn't be allowed, all this stuff. I think had he just come out and been like, hey guys, you're right. Like, I grew up in hard times, I wanted to find every edge I could. I took some liberties online. Like, I'm going to just fully focus on being a live poker player. I'm never going to play online again. Like, I'm sorry, I messed up. But going forward, like, I care about the integrity of the game. I bet we would all been like, yeah, like, what a growing moment. Like, good for him. And then some people would have cared. Some people wouldn't have. But most of us would have been like, wow, look at him. He's like trying to change. and no attempts to do that. So it's like, and he's just continued to, whatever the rumors are that it might still be going on. But so I guess my point with all that is saying, like, if you are genuinely like trying to turn a leaf, if you are like realizing that I messed up, if you are willing to admit that you made mistakes and like move forward, then yeah, of course. I mean, just like anything, I think people can change, people can get better, people can realize they made a mistake and shouldn't be a one strike and you're never ever able to come back thing. That being said, guys who show zero redemption or continue to cheat, let them stay out of the game.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have been applauding.
No.
But
I would have been like, he's a sociopath. He's lying to all of you. He just wants more of your money. Don't be dumb.
Yeah.
I do take your point though. Like I've said to many people in life in general, when they do something wrong, that the best strategy is an apology, even if you don't mean it. Just say you're sorry, show some contrition. That's what people want to see. They don't want to see you get defensive or come up with an excuse.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the power of saying, I'm sorry, saying that you want to change and grow, ideally you want to, but even if you don't, it sends a certain signal. Now, Mike, you made a good point though, too. This olive branch initiative is for them to give banned players a second chance. And there are many different ways that you can be banned. Now, I headlined this saying, do cheaters deserve a second chance?
Yeah.
And I don't think the ones that are shown to have, cheated beyond a reasonable doubt really should.
No, I completely agree.
Yeah.
100%. I think if they RTA'd multi-accounting is really the worst offense.
Yeah,
RTA is obviously incredibly complex and hard to be running at the same time in these high stakes tournaments where most of these guys have gotten banned. Still bad, obviously, but hard to account for ICM, et cetera. Obviously, the stuff lately has gotten better, but multi-accounting is the real problem. You know what I mean? You got eight accounts in one tournament. There's 100 players. You have 8% of all. You know what I mean? It's like, that's a pretty big problem. And some of these guys, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. I mean, it's so simple. So the problem is some of these guys are having 4 accounts per table in some of these tournaments, during COVID and some of that time. So even up to today, like the stables that are all cheating together that have gotten banned, I think no redemption.
Correct. Yeah.
Suck me raw. Get your shit out of here. Do not pass go. Do not get $200. But I think people who have gotten banned for things like maybe VPNing years ago or things like that, maybe we should give them a little leniency, IP issues, things like that.
Yeah, I agree. Cheaters don't deserve a second chance, especially kind of like, I always say to cheat in poker, you're giving, or to accuse someone of cheating in poker and say they actually did, you're giving them a lot of credit, but online's a different beast. It's just like, there's so much technology. It's so, I don't want to say easy to do, but if we want online poker to be a thing in a year, we have to police that. We have to not let cheaters back in. Like we can't give people second chances like that. That being said, if there are people who are banned for other reasons, we can.
I do like that they're taking the time to go, consider this on a case-by-case basis, right? Instead of some sort of blanket, because I do think there are varying degrees of infractions when it comes to things, like you said, like big difference between multi-accounting and then VPNing in when a lot of people are doing it.
Also, I think they should really, if they let someone back in, there should be some sort of probationary period of like, I don't know how they're going to police them more than any other person, but say Mike got caught for VPNing or whatever and let back in, like they should definitely be keeping an extra eye on him for like the first couple months he's back or whatever it is. I think that's like gotta be a baseline action that they take. So
there was a poll on Poker News. Now, again, this poll doesn't have a huge volume at the time of recording this. It will grow. The story is new. But the poll was, what are your thoughts on GGPoker's Olive Branch initiative? 7% currently say great idea. 33% says it's fine if they don't reinstate cheaters, and 60% say bad idea, banned players should remain banned.
Wow.
Pretty interesting. I would not have expected that.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's probably people are conflating, banned players and cheating players.
Well, the second option was not cheaters, right?
Right. Oh, so they gave Sorry,
you
just told me that, and I heard that. Yeah, wow. I'm surprised that it's that high. Then I mean. Fine though. Like I would rather it be that than like everyone's like, let everyone back in. I mean, the point is, everyone's had the same opportunity to cheat or not cheat or take advantage of the rules or not. So it's sort of like if you're someone who's currently playing on GG or any site, why would you, it's like, it's not like I need to grow the player pool. This isn't going to increase my ROI. This isn't going to, make the tournaments bigger or anything. So
Sure.
why would I let them back in? That being said, I tend to think it's probably a good idea for.
Well, I think what people probably don't have or aren't thinking of are situations where like you deposit $500 on GG and then you didn't have enough money in your bank account, so it got taken out, and then you never played on there again, and they just banned your account, and then you go on years later and you're like, I can pay you the $500 back, and they're like, no, your shit's banned, son.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, something like that.
Right.
Obviously, that's a great case for this. I see no reason why not. Right?
I've never withdrawn from a poker site, so I don't know. It's never been an issue.
Yeah.
It's just you put it on and then it goes away.
I didn't even know you could withdraw from poker sites.
Yeah, I saw the deposit button.
Yeah.
I never even worried about the withdrawal button.
Yeah.
Well, let us talk about the next story. It's a follow-up kind of from last week. If you remember when we recorded, there was a high-stakes heads-up match. These have been happening for a while now, mainly at the Triton Poker, Jeju, between Ozzy Katola, also known as Monarch, and a series of other high-stakes players. When we last talked about it, it was Alex Foxen. And Alex Foxen, I think, was up $9 million at the time.
Wow.
They came back the following day, and things took a turn for Foxen, and Ozzy Katola ended up winning some big pots. We're going to talk about one here in a minute, and ended up. I think he ended up $6 million after all was said and done with Foxen. There was a big hand, $11 million pot. At the time, it was the largest pot ever on a stream. Now we say pot because it's not a cash game. It is for cash,
Sure.
It is real money, but it's not like a cash game, traditional cash game, if you will.
Yeah,
Right?
cash game you can cash out at any time. They have to play until it's done, so it's a sit and go.
Right.
Right? I mean, that's how I look at it.
It's a hybrid, right? Like I think it's fine to say this is the biggest pot, whatever, televised because it is like in dollar denominations, technically. Sort of like super high roller bowl. They buy in for $300,000, they get $300,000 in chips, which is always nice because that's just like a one-to-one thing. But that's not,
Sure, exactly. That doesn't count as a cash
$6 million,
game, right? Yeah.
$6 million chip pots aren't $6 million pots. But yeah, I mean, this is as close to a cash game without being a cash game as you can get.
It's a gigantic hand either way.
It's big. Let's just say it's real big.
It's a little bigger than you'd think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to show the hand picking up the action on the turn. This is the big hand at the time, $11 million pot. Check it out.
Oh my.
Foxen made the flush. And Katola has completely under-repped his hand. Well, he can't fold for a $250,000 bet right now, given he's got 2 pair. Can improve, might have the best hand. There's the call, 800,000 in the middle. Can Aussie boat up? He can. Wow. It's a full house versus the flush. And he checked back the flop, so it's so disguised. Foxen thinks he's got Katola cooked.
550, not an overbet.
550K, that's right.
Foxen's going to have a very hard time getting away from any price here.
All in.
All in is the play. Ooh. Oh my God, I can't believe it. If Foxen calls here, it's just over. He'll be down $6 million, and I don't see how he can fold.
Call.
He calls the biggest pot, $11 million. Foxen loses.
GG.
All right, so there you have it, $11 million in that pot. I know, Mike, you made a comment off the air, and I said, let's share it on the air. You don't think this plays out this way if there's any action on the flop?
Yeah, I think the check on the flop causes everything to be, makes Monarch's range appear much more wide than it could be. If he's checking King Jack on the flop, that means that we're going to show up with some full houses on the river. If you're checking some 2 pairs on the flop when the king comes. So, great result for Ozzy. Not so great for Mr. Foxen.
Yeah, he said good game after that, and that was it for Foxen and Monarch, at least for now. Who knows if they'll pick it back up? We do know that Ozzy Katola went on to compete against Bjorn Li, who I actually wasn't familiar with. I was like, all right, what's this guy's deal? Because he is playing a massive pot against Monarch. This was a few days later, I believe. They're playing another heads-up battle, and this ends up being the largest
Even
pot.
bigger.
Yeah, a new record, $12.7 million check it out.
Nines and pocket eights. Oh, man. Chips could just go in.
Bjorn not a lock to 3-bet this, but if he does, setting up a cooler confrontation.
Bjorn is going to 3-bet Kevin to 800,000, and we've seen spots where he just jams. Is the eights going to call it off? Because if it does, it's going to be the biggest pot in televised history.
Count, please.
A count is requested. Can he find the fold with 2 8s?
Unless he jammed so fast here. Maybe a chance for Bjorn to get away.
But Aussie was also jammed fast with weak hands before. So it's $5.5 million more.
Can tell he hates this. Saw Monarch jam pocket queens the other day. You know this could be top of range.
Or it could be bottom of range. What you gonna do, Bjorn Li? Action's on you.
This would be a massive fold.
Call.
He calls the biggest pot in televised history, $12.7 million.
Biggest pot.
Outpit by 1. Bjorn needs an 8 to close this match. Monarch requesting to not let his opponent hit the 8. Onto a flop. 10, 7, 6, 2 hearts. Exchange the outs from 8s to 9s. %, for Bjorn Li. 3 on the turn. One more chance for Bjorn Li. 2 9s in the deck. $12.7 million pot. Tension building. River card is the deuce. Aussie Katola, Monarch, wins the biggest pot in televised history.
All right, so there you have it, the largest pot ever televised. Bjorn Li, according to his Twitter, 22-year-old poker professional specializing in no-limit hold'em cash games, University of Chicago College student majoring in mathematics and economics. He hasn't tweeted since 2013, though, so that could be...
tweeted.
Wait,
Yeah, a little bit
2013, he's,
outdated.
he's 22 and he hasn't tweeted since...
Who knows if he's updated
no
it?
longer
He's probably
22.
he's no longer 22 is my
Got
guess. So here's the context. These two players played a series of $2 million matches, $2 million apiece. Li won 3 out of 4 matches before they agreed to kick it up to $8 million apiece for a $16 million match. And that is when this pot came up. Pocket 8s, pocket 9s, heads up, but seems like a lot of money to get in pre-flop there. What do you guys make of this one?
It's a pair.
It is a pair.
Pairs are good.
Pairs are fucking sick, dude.
I mean, especially heads up. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this is just like so out of my depth in terms of, you know, the thought process and kind of strategies playing against someone like this. I mean, that's the thing with heads up. It's so much like precision and nuance to your player and kind of adjusting to those ranges and stuff that like, maybe it's fine to call off for 12 million with eights. I don't know.
I think it's really opponent specific
yeah,
too.
exactly.
Like,
it's got to be, right? I mean,
yeah, as some of the viewers know, Ben 4 heads up victories in 2 hours at the heads
Smashing
up
dudes.
championship out there, just smashing guys, just smashing those guys, pounding them. Anyway,
speaking of heads up, we talked about, sorry to interrupt, David Coleman he finally won one. He won the opener at the studio. So
I saw that, and
you don't suck at heads up anymore. Congrats.
I mentioned to
The
Kaino
New
when we were
Jersey Devil
recording.
does it
New Jersey
again.
Devil.
I recorded when we were recording with Kaino. I mentioned because I showed her like, oh, he just won.
Yeah.
In his winner's photo, and I'm like, dude he's had a glow up.
Yeah,
In the
looks
last
great.
few years.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I
Rocking
didn't
the
even
chain.
recognize him at first.
No,
It was-
he's sexual chocolate.
There's yeah. Well, white chocolate.
That's a
Sexual
chocolate.
white. I know. I'm
Yeah.
just clarifying.
I don't see color, so again, that was Ben that
This
said
whole
that.
room is black
Purple?
to me.
All right, so 12.7 million
yeah.
pot. The previous record for a cash game was Tom Dwan when he won a 3.1 million pot against Wesley Fay on Hustler Casino Live in May 2023. Now, obviously 12.7 is a lot more, but as we talked about, should this count as the largest, here's a poll on Poker News. Who do you consider to hold the record for largest pot in live stream poker history?
Yeah.
Back in my day, to win a cash game, pot had to be cash game. So I think it's the biggest pot, technically, I guess, but it's not the biggest cash game pot, right?
Well,
It's a huge pot.
but is it? I mean, let's think about the final hand of heads up with Bryn and
Negreanu and Esfandiari, I think, would have been the biggest one, right? The million?
what was his Fondiari and
Coleman?
British guy.
What are you talking about? And what?
The first one drop ever.
Well, that's but that's
Yeah, what I'm saying is like if we're calling this the biggest pot, like technically they're the same, right? Like that's a bigger
Yeah.
pot. If it's the difference between first and second is more than 10 million, but I don't think it was.
I would say this:
Anyway.
a cash game is defined by I can leave at any time. Anytime I can stand up and be like, all right, man, that was a good bluff there you did. I called, obviously. I'm out of here with this 8 million. Good luck. Can't do that. We got to go till the end. That's a sit and go.
Yeah.
fair. The poll suggests 50, literally 50-50 with the voting. That's saying that Monarch should be considered for the largest pot. Others saying Dwan. So
I think it's semantics.
yeah, it is
Yeah,
semantics for sure.
yeah.
But that was a big one. Bjorn Li was left with some chips, but he was down like 4-1, went bust like 90 minutes later. And because of that, that huge pot, that particular match, Monarch ended up 4 million ahead in that one. So Monarch's been on a little bit of a heater between Foxen and this one here.
Also, Bjorn Li, come on the podcast because we need to know more about you. Where have you been for the last 12 years not tweeting?
Yeah.
Being a high stakes specialist. Come
Well, they're
tell us
posts.
what's up.
It's on X now, so it's posts.
Come
No
tell me.
tweets.
Sorry that you haven't X'd in a while, but come through and tell us what's up with you. I want to know more.
You want him to come through. I know that.
What
I'm
up?
just reading some of his tweets. GG bluffed into the nuts versus someone who covers. Won a
sounds-
$33,000 pot off Jennifer Tilley.
Oh, and this is like back in the day.
This is 2013. So interesting stuff. Well, yeah,
right, come
I'd love
through,
to
Bjorn.
learn more
Yeah,
about this.
We want to know more.
This guy. Let us now shift gears to talk about our NAPT Gold Pass giveaway. There are going to be 10 code words spread across this show and the MSBT podcast presented by Poker News. This is the fourth in that series. So I'm not going to repeat the words from the prior ones because I want people to go back, piece this together, and watch the actual shows. But I can reveal that the fourth word dropping today is a single letter, but it is a word. A.
Ooh.
A is it.
I was going to go with I.
Snooze, you lose.
50-50.
So remember, you're going to put together the entire 10-word phrase and get that to me on our last episode, October 23rd. You'll have a limited window to get that to me, and you'll be entered to win a $10,000 gold pass to the NAPT. You'll have an opportunity to win some other entries as well for doing some, subscribing, reviews, that sort of thing. There is an article on Poker News. I will link to it in the show notes for full details. And of course, terms and conditions
This is
apply.
the fourth one, right?
This is the fourth one.
Chad Holloway
No.
is a babe.
Yeah, there you go.
You guys might be surprised.
It could be.
Yeah.
He's like, how did you know?
Yeah.
And then, of course, if you don't win our NAPT Gold Pass, there are opportunities to win NAPT Silver Passes, which aren't as good as Gold Passes. Right? Gold is better than silver, gets you into the main event, but it is still a great package that you can win. It gets you here to Vegas, to Resorts World, to the NAPT. And I've actually made contact with some Gold Pass winners, Silver Pass winners. So starting next episode, I believe we're going to start featuring them a little bit more so you get to know some of the players that will be at the NAPT.
Are you ready for the poker experience of a lifetime? Head to PokerStars and take one of the many opportunities to win a silver pass. That gets you an exclusive package to NAPT 2025. See you in Las Vegas, my babies.
Shout out to your boy who won the gold pass the other day, Clyde Gaskins.
Oh, that's my boy Clyde G.
Clyde G. Won a free. Yeah.
Yeah, they call him the Gaskin.
They call him.
Did he?
Snack
I
attack.
know who he is.
It
I
was
know.
sick, actually.
Well, how did he win it? What's the story?
Well, there's actually a video of him winning it, which is
Losing
easily
his
actually.
spot.
Yeah, he was dealing at.
No, he was playing.
No, he was dealing. He was dealing. He's dealing to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they did the spin of the wheel. It was the next day. So they did the spin of the wheel and landed on Clyde, and all the players came over and hugged him. And his shirt was like unbuttoned here. He's like,
It was at the studio. If you played the 5K showcase opener, which I did and did not cash as usual, you got entered into a free giveaway for a gold pass.
Love it. If I can get the video, I'll put it in.
I'm looking
right
just
here.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing the Poker Masters. I just want to kind of let you guys know about a partnership we have with NAPT Las Vegas. 8 of the events there will qualify for the PGT. Most importantly, we're running a leaderboard at NAPT Las Vegas. Whoever tops that leaderboard will win a dream seat into the PGT $1 Million Championship. Thanks to our partnership with NAPT Las Vegas, they gave us a seat into their main event. So everyone that played the Poker Masters Showcase entered into a random draw, all unique players. It's 128 of you guys. We did the drawing yesterday. We're going to show it in a second. We had to wait for that player to be here in the room today to award it. So if you guys in the back want to spin the wheel, we're going to show you who wins the seat into the 5K NAPT Las Vegas.
Wait, sorry. He's going to spin it right now. Never seen anybody better in the lottery format.
Oh,
come on. Swap it together. It's on. Hey, that. Yeah?
I think it's me, no?
Oh, shit. Wow.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to overact it. Yeah, buddy, you know it. Woo! I'm sorry. Happy as fuck. Wow, it hovered on Craig Mason for a second too. I can't believe it. Whoa, something good happened to me. Come on, the fix is in on this. You guys woohoo! Woo-hoo! My God. Wow. Now I gotta get my breath. Jesus Christ. Wow. Holy shit. Jeez. Oh my God. Are you gonna be able to deal this now? What a day this is gonna be. Woo!
And then NAPT, can I just get a bronze pass where I get like $20 worth of meal vouchers every day?
He wants an Uber to the Resorts World.
Literally,
from the studio.
I'll take an Uber or I'll take like some chicken fried rice every day. You know what I mean? Just help a brother out.
They got a what's the pizza's place there is pretty good. So I think it's like
I've had enough pizza for one lifetime.
Okay,
I think
bad. No more pizza, just Ubers.
Well, that is being put on by PokerStars, of course, and so it is time for recent tournament winners. Presented by PokerNews North America is going to be the presenting sponsor for this segment. But we're going to go across the world to the Triton Jeju that was taking place. It was the Triton Super High Roller Series Jeju 2. And one man took down a title, and I was surprised to learn it was his first Triton title. Ike Haxton. Mm-hmm. It was his 34th final table, but his first Triton win. It was the 100K PLO main event. He took it down for almost $2.8 million, defeating Nacho Barbero in second place, Jesse Lonis in third place. And then, of course, you know, his winner's photo, he's got his mask on, which he is consistent on. But I love reading the comments after a winner's photo with Ike is posted.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. He's got the mask on in the photo to troll people, right?
I think there's an element to it.
He had the mask on always.
Well, could be the other element.
He always has it on.
But you're so far away from everyone during the winner's photo, right? It's the winner's photo.
At this point, though, it's his bit.
No, of course.
And sorry, not his bit, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with it. You want to wear a mask while you play. You want to make sure we don't get sick if you're sick. I appreciate that, yada, yada. I just think it's interesting that in the winner's photo, it seems like you may have enough of your own bubble there to be good without the mask on. But I would say,
I don't even remember what his mouth looks like. That sounded just like I wanted it to.
Yeah. We all heard it.
Yep.
Well, congratulations to Ike Haxton on winning that. Like I said, I'll give him credit. He's consistent on it. And same thing. Like, I don't mind if somebody wears a mask, especially if they're worried about themselves or they are sick. I don't want to get sick.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal to me.
I think it's good. I think you should wear an effective mask if you are sick and let's say you make a day 2. It's happened every WSOP. It happens to tons of poker players. WPT in December happens all the time. If you get sick in between day 1 and day 2, and you have to come, put on a mask, obviously.
No one's saying don't come. People are just saying...
He does wear a good one. He wears the N95. He wears an N95 mask. It's not just a piece of cloth over it.
Of course.
Also, watch that final table, because you don't see many... If you like PLO, especially tournaments, and that's my favorite, that you're never going to see more kind of like deep stack tournament PLO play. They were incredibly deep at the final table. Lonis, Ike, who else was... you just said Nacho there. I mean... A lot of great hands. Nacho made an insane fold where he was only beat by quads.
No way.
Yeah, heads up versus Ike, which was...
What?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did Ike have quads?
No, but he had... It was like... no, of course not. I think... What, are you crazy? No, it was like ace 7-7, ace 5, and I think that was right. And Nacho bet, and then Ike jammed.
And he had ace 7?
And he had ace 5.
Okay.
And Ike just had like 7, 6, 5. Like, he was bluffing, but he had a 7 blocker, obviously, too.
Oh, interesting.
He was repping quads. It was a bluff. He turned a 7 into a bluff, and he got Nacho. It was crazy. But
Nacho. Nacho, don't feel too bad for him, because the day before he was at the final table of the 30,000 PLO No Limit Hold'em event and actually won that one for $646,000, defeating Phil Ivey in heads up play. There's not a lot of people that can say they've beat Phil Ivey heads up.
No,
there's not.
I can't.
I've never done it.
I love that they're doing a half and half event, though. I think it's seemingly they're trying their best to, at Triton to kind of mix it up a little bit. And I'm surprised it didn't get more people. I feel like the PLO events and the No Limit events got more people, but the half and half didn't. Whatever. Anyway.
I'm trying to see.
Congrats to Notch.
I don't see the number listed in the recap. So
Nacho B.
Ignacio.
Some of the best hair in the game.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, then there was the Triton High Roller. I think it was their main event, the 100K main event.
Mm-hmm.
This one was won by Christoph Vogelsang. Did a heads up deal with Samuel Mueller. Got almost $4.1 million for taking this one down. And at least he put his hood down for the winner's photo.
It's good.
Just not for any of the play.
Yeah, I think he's really bad for poker, honestly, in general. I think the whole image, just the whole covering yourself up, I think it's a really big problem for at least televised poker or the entertainment aspect. Obviously, he's doing it to maximize his EV or whatever, but I think he's really bad for poker in general and setting a bad precedent.
I wasn't even thinking about it, but now that I think so. And I think the most interesting part to me is that a guy like Vogelsang, and the other one who comes to mind as sort of like the ultimate, always kind of covered up, like very robotic, is Matthias Eibinger. And they're both like extremely funny, pleasant, interesting people. So I would much rather their personalities come out at the table and that they're not. I don't think they need to maximize their EV via covering up and all this stuff at this point. Like, I've watched 100 hours of Vogelsang play at this point. It's not like he's giving off a bunch of tells or anything. Right. So I don't know if it's just comfortability or if you feel kind of like you want to be in your own world. But yeah, I like let your sweet German flag fly, guys.
Yeah. Do you find it less enjoyable to watch because of him or no?
I think I'm a bad person to ask because I am so interested in the strategy and the theory and stuff that I don't really care.
Okay.
But yes, I think I would enjoy it more.
Yeah.
I'm still going to enjoy it no matter what. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
228 runners in that 100K. And then a shout out, there was a 125K No Limit Hold'em 7-handed that Kristen Foxen made a deep run in. She finished third for $1.1 million.
Yep.
That put her across the $12 million in career earnings mark, according to the Hendon Mob, which puts her in first place on the women's all-time money list, surpassing Vanessa Selbst.
Pretty sick. Pretty sick stuff.
I was surprised that, first of all, shout out to Kristen. She's one of the sweetest, nicest people ever. And I was also surprised that she hadn't gotten there yet.
Me too, actually.
That just shows you how fucking good Vanessa Selps was in her like short period and how dominant she was. You know, it's crazy. I mean, imagine if she had just like stuck with it for the last 10 years that she's not been playing. I mean, she'd probably be top 10.
I was a live reporter for Poker News back then, as you know.
Yeah.
So I got a front row seat to Vanessa Selps in a lot of these tournaments she played on the EPT when she was sponsored by PokerStars. And it was incredible. Like it was at that time, you know, it was the aggression factor was so much higher than anybody else's. It was awesome to watch. She had no fear whatsoever.
I think she's the most competitive person I've ever seen to play poker. Like,
I feel that.
There's something to be said in poker about, you know, being able to accept results and be zen and all this stuff. But I think there is a common theme amongst some of the best people that like, and I hate the word deserve, but they like think they're going to win every tournament or win every pot or deserve to win every hand. And this like ultra competitiveness, while it might affect some other parts of your life, like, I mean, you've just never seen anyone who wants it more and more locked in, more kind of like, you know,
sure, yeah,
passionate about every hand. So it translates to wins.
No, I have like
I wish I was more competitive. I'm way too chill.
It's a big problem for me too.
I know.
And live, when I play online, I'm like, I'm coming to eat their hearts.
Yeah.
It's literally what I'm thinking. When I play live, I'm like, hey guys.
But I'm live,
how's
I'm like,
it going?
I hope everyone likes me.
No, literally, I'm like, how can I make a joke out of everything?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't mind me showing all my physical tells before we play. Yeah. Online though, I want to stomp on your children. You know what I mean? I want to
eating hearts like
Tyson.
Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Literally
ripping it out.
Yeah, exactly. That's
after Foxen bowed out in third place. Mike Watson and Steven Chidwick did a heads-up deal. With Watson ultimately coming out on top for $2.1 million. Stevie Chidwick got $1.9 million for that runner-up finish.
Stevie, well, you know, he needed it.
Yeah, he needed it so bad. He's broke.
I think
basically.
Wait, someone just
so
made
rich,
it. Oh, someone just made it second all time on the money list? I think it was like the first time that wasn't Bryn or Bonomo in the top.
Is it Chidwick?
Two. It might be Chidwick.
I'm gonna look it up.
I think it would have to be right.
Yeah,
the all-time money list according to Hendon Mob. We are going to.
Because it's been Johnny B, Justin B.
So Bryn Kenny is on top with $78 million.
78, so nuts.
Steven Chidwick second with $73 million.
Okay. Wow.
Jason Kuntz third with $68 million. Mikita Badziakuski, $65 million.
So Bonomo really.
And less than $100,000 behind him is Bonomo.
I mean,
but Bonomo, like, he hasn't played anything for a while.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. He hasn't. I don't think he would consider himself playing full time anymore.
No, I think he's got his boots to the ground. Tweeting these days.
Yeah.
Check out the Hendon Mob for full results. Mike, where are you on the all-time list, do you think?
I would say probably, I don't know, 3,980th.
4,015th.
That was fucking close,
really
man.
Close.
That was close. I'm good at that shit for some reason.
You clearly looked that up recently.
No, I knew I was in the thousands.
I don't want to know.
I have
you want to guess?
No. I haven't even eclipsed the million mark.
In the all-time money list, I feel like
Ben's 6,940.
I think, 5,700 in first. 5,701.
Okay.
I think that's, it's better than me. Mine is.
I just want to get to top 10 in Ohio.
I want to get to the top 10,000. I'm 10,588th.
I want them to include my online results. So I can be like, you see that shit, son. What's good, you know?
All right. Well, let's talk about one more winner, not at the Triton. This was actually the Run Good Poker Series first stop.
Shout out
in
Run
the
Good.
Grand Prix Series in Pennsylvania. It was an $800 main event at the Hollywood Casino at Penn National Racecourse. Poker News was there doing live updates for this one. 165 runners, was won by Chad Beatty for $26K. I do love to see a Chad win it. I do take issue with he has 2 Ds.
I've never heard him complain about 2 Ds before. But,
more Ds better.
2 Ds. That's what. Yeah, exactly. 2 Ds that's a lot in one name.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. I feel like that you should be Shad at that point. You know,
it's a lot in one name, but the minimum in the bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It looks like he actually won a ring as well in one of the side events for $3,800.
Oh.
So a nice series for. Shad,
yeah.
Chad. Shad.
Extra.
I really need to get to a Run Good stop soon. I've been, back in Wisconsin, the MSPT. I host that podcast, but I do love the Run Good Poker Series. Tana Karn and his entire crew always put on a good show. And Tana has offered, like, he messaged me, hey, how would you like to? And every time it conflicts with something that I have, but I'm going to make it a priority to get to one. And this would have been a fun one. The first
I've been
one
doing
in
the same
Pennsylvania.
exact thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get out there as well.
Because of, first of all, yeah, I've been involved with Run Good for a while and love it all, and shout out Tana, et cetera. It's tough because their West Coast stops are really just San Diego and NorCal, because, their whole idea and Tana's whole mission is like, let's go bring poker tournaments to places where there aren't regular series as often. Like, where can we fill that gap? Where are all these players that, there are a lot of people who probably go play cash at Penn National or Sands in Bethlehem around there, but there's not like regular tournament series, right? So we just don't see them in Vegas very often because, there's already a market here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I've been to everywhere with them and it's great. And they do a great job. It's always fun. If you want to go to a stop where like you can find the perfect mix of fun and like everyone's having a good time and everyone's out after, everyone's kind of exploring the city and like, real competitive poker, it's impossible to beat.
I think we should try to go all together so we can do an episode from a Run Good Poker Stop. I would recommend Jack's Cleveland. I absolutely love that place. I love that city. There's some fun things to do there. But,
yeah, I mean, I'm from Cincinnati, so they're my rivals, but whatever. It's fine. I'll pinch my nose.
I'll go to Ohio. Sure, guys. I love that. Actually, I wouldn't mind going to Ohio. It's sick.
Mike hasn't left the house in weeks. But
yes, exactly. No, where's John Dokler's from Ohio. We'll bring Johnny D down there.
I know one place you would like to go, and I'm going, is the Bahamas. You can see it on the table there. October 22nd through the 26th, the World Tournament of Slots. I'm going there for Poker News to do some content. Michael the Grinder Mizraki is going to go there. Joshua Schmansky, I think is his name. I did an interview with him last week. He won. His wife also won her way just by playing on my Konami slots. And you can still win your way because the window to win your way to the World Tournament of Slots is open till September 30th. So less than a week, but you can go there. There's an article on Poker News on exactly what you need to do. I will link to it in the show notes. And I hope to see somebody there. Like, it's going to be a good time. You guys didn't see the interview I did with our winner for our giveaway, Josh. Really cool dude from Ohio.
Of course.
And I'm going to have a good time there. His wife won her way. So I would really like his story. He just quit his job to pursue some education.
I thought you were going to say pursue professional slots.
Michael's going to lose his mind.
I know. To me, it's got the I want to see him win this $1 million so bad because it would just be such a great story.
Also, shout out
around.
Konami, shout out Tekken.
I was going to say shout out Konami,
shout out Yu-Gi-Oh.
Real.
I mean,
yeah. What other video? I'm going to Google it.
Konami's OG.
Aren't they
Contra?
I feel like they're.
I was going to say Contra.
Aren't they based here in Vegas
literally
too?
going to say 1994, 93 Contra.
I think there's a big Konami office here in Vegas. Also.
No, that was Capcom maybe. No.
Well, so Konami, it says they had arcade machines dating back to 1977.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And they then, got into the 90s. So they've done X-Men games, G.I. Joe games. They did a Simpsons game,
Tekken,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like these are arcade machines.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and X-Men. Oh,
yeah, all those.
The Avengers game. Do they do that one?
I think so.
What do you guys know about the Avengers game?
I mean, I was the X-Men one. That's you find
X-Men
that
and
6-player
Simpsons
cabinet.
one.
Oh, the Avengers one. You fight Red Skull. You're like, man.
I'm all about that Simpsons stuff.
They did Dance Dance, the Dance Dance Revolution games.
Wow. I don't give a shit
lost
about
50
that.
pounds in high school playing Dance Dance Revolution.
That is a story we need to hear.
Yeah. Well, you just heard it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing.
It wasn't like it happened in one session.
They're also in the slot world.
Yeah, don't come at me in DDR unless you want the smoke.
I wasn't going to come at you in DDR.
I'm just saying, don't do it.
I wasn't going to do it.
Don't do it.
I wasn't going to do it.
Castlevania for the original Nintendo.
If anyone out there wants to play me for money in DDR here in Vegas, you hit me up.
You're gonna get somebody's gonna.
I can't wait. I hope so.
Up.
Yeah. I'm sure, but I'm.
I will make that challenge for GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64.
Oh,
wow! Really?
I don't think I will be as good at anything in my entire life as I was at GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64 in my heyday, at least. And I still can pick it up pretty quick. I
think we should.
We'll find out. Did you go to Perfect Dark after that?
I did.
Yeah,
and then Turok and a couple
Turok. Dinosaur Hunter.
We should start
I don't think I
video
ever
game
beat the first level.
No, we just did. That's what's happening right now.
Can't play the first level Turok 100 times, never beat it.
All right. Well,
me too.
Anyway.
Let's wrap up the 100th episode of the new Poker News Podcast. Mike, it's been a lot of fun, but It's time for
It's time for you to go. And this is it. This is how we tell you it's over.
Oh no, not again.
No, the show wouldn't be what it is with Mike and Ben. Thank you for joining us in the last few shows, and I'm happy to share with the audience. You're going to be joining us more regularly as a regular co-host. We're still going to rotate in some guests and maybe Connor from time to time, but you just gel in right away with us, and we've known you for a long time.
I'm just gelling, man.
He's just gelling really hard.
You call me Jello.
Yeah.
From now on.
We will do that.
Okay, Blake, don't actually.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I am Chad Holloway with 2 Ds and Mike Holtz, Ben Ludlow. This is the Poker News Podcast. Until next time, we'll keep a seat open for you.